We come to you live from sunny Southern California. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams here at Staples Center, the house that Jerry built.
Jerry Buss or Jerry West?
One's a logo, but both, Jay, are legends. The Spurs control the tap. To DeRozan. To Aldridge. Won't go.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
To Aldridge. Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Lakers ball. Danny Green matched up with DeRozan. Short jumper misses. To DeRozan. Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Oh, emphatic slam.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
To DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. DeMar DeRozan missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's James controlling the offense to Cousins. And count the basket inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
DeMar DeRozan, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
James to Cousins. Danny Green to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
To DeRozan. Here comes the screen. From the painted area, won't go down. LeBron into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. To Cousins. Here comes the screen. Cousins, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Not that time. To Aldridge. A big finish at the rim.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Deep three at the buzzer. And a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. We played a quarter of basketball here on New Year's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Davis, knocked loose. Spurs have it. To DeRozan. Here comes the screen. DeMar DeRozan, 2 of 4 now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lakers at the controls right now. LeBron James, guarded by Derek White. To Cousins. LaMarcus Aldridge pins it. DeRozan with the basketball, trailing by 4. That is great vision to set it up. Count the basket inside.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Across the timeline comes James. Looking to make something happen. Cousins here against LaMarcus Aldridge. To Davis. Short jumper won't fall. To DeRozan. Here comes the screen. DeRozan in a matchup with Boogie. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Rebound comes to Aldridge. To DeRozan. Down low, Aldridge. DeMarcus Cousins swats it. LeBron James with the rock. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, 3 for 6 now.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
James into the front court. Leads a bucket. To Danny Green. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Here comes the screen. Carroll sizing up Cousins. Down low, Aldridge. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. Davis. Pass to Cousins. Down low. The pass set it all up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Terrific vision. He throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
LBJ with it. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's good, just as the horn sounds. Inching a little closer, but still down at the break. Time expires to end the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Lakers have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Spurs aren't down by too much at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Field goals.
This is the type of game fans want to see. Lots of great scoring with no signs of slowing down. More fireworks are sure to come after the halftime break.
Player of the half.
DeMarcus Cousins has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
LBJ has it. Down low to Cousins. Surveys the floor. Short jumper off the mark.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. To DeRozan. Knocks it down off the step back.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
LeBron with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. James against White. To Kyle Kuzma. Not done yet. And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. From the outside, no good. Davis to James. Flushes it home.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
DeRozan with it. The deficit now up to 5. And he's going to the free throw line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
DeMar DeRozan has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. LBJ. To Davis. Driving right to the basket. No good and no foul. To DeRozan.
2 minutes left in the third.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh my goodness! Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
To Kyle Kuzma. James to Kyle Kuzma. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's LeBron for 2. Cleans it up. Offensive board. To DeRozan. To Aldridge. Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Davis to James. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To DeRozan. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Spurs in possession. The pass taken away by the Lakers. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession You can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Lakers have the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Los Angeles, they have it. To Davis. Danny Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
To DeRozan. And he hits.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
LeBron into the front court. Leads one. To Danny Green. Davis. LeBron matched up with Derek White. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Free throws coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Derek White, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. LeBron into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. To Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
DeRozan. To Aldridge. Oh, he had it. To Cousins. To James. Down low for Davis. Cousins buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To DeRozan. The Spurs with 4 on the shot clock. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. Across the timeline comes James. Leads 4. LeBron James, now 4 for 9. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high, but still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
DeRozan, defended by Cousins. Shot clock winding down. DeRozan. Off the mark. No good. Los Angeles has the basketball. Kuzma to Davis. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Anthony Davis lets it go. Gets a shot up off the mark. DeRozan with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Trying to cash in and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Late heave to beat the buzzer. The Lakers get the victory as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers got themselves a win here today, and the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. The Spurs put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Boogie Cousins wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.